Bro, what the fuck?
Oh yes, here he is. Glasses are in. What's going on, bro?
It's been good, bro. I feel like I haven't talked to you in ages, honestly. Fucking hell.
The last time I spoke to you was like Tuesday, properly.
That feels like ages.
Aside from the random comments I make on like your post or in the DMs.
Oh
It's
yeah,
literally it, isn't it?
the DMs, bro. Kick off in the DMs. Jeez.
What was the last one I said? I can't believe you posted that. That was so funny. Last week, where when his podcast is up, and I said yes, Daddy, and you edit to your story.
Bro,
I can't believe you posted that. It's so funny.
It's too good not to
I was
post.
absolutely creasing.
You can't not post something like that, bro. It's too fucking funny.
Yeah, that is true. Absolutely exposed. Absolutely exposed. Not ideal. But yeah, man. How's your week been?
I asked first. How's yours
update.
been?
When did you ask how mine was?
Literally just a second ago. I think you're lagging quite hard. We had this on the Coached by Cloth when Steve was on the podcast. You were lagging quite badly. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Laggasorouas Rex. I'm just gonna use the Wi-Fi. Make that the title of the episode.
What, Laggasorouas Rex?
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good.
Fuck yeah.
You know you want it.
Right.
You
how's your week been? Prick. Oh.
So my week has been good, mate. So what have I been up to since the last time I spoke to you? So was getting uni work done for the week in that week. That was good. Did the revision for the 2 modules that I've got exams on that were last term. Because why would you not give us exams just after we finish the module? No, give them to us 4 months later. Brilliant. When nobody remembers it. Sick one, mate. So yeah, I'm revising for one of those a week, just like making flashcards and that sort of thing. So that's all done. And then I went home for the weekend, saw the missus, saw my family, and that was really, really good. So what I sort of did for that was I basically did all the stuff that I need to do on Instagram, like first thing in the morning, and then didn't go on it for the rest of the day. And it felt like my weekend was like 7 days long. It was so good. Because I was like not staring at my phone the whole time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Friday was a big one as well.
Yeah.
1 year anniversary with Mr. Matt Strong.
Oh yeah.
So long-term team now. We're in the long term. Very happy with that. I actually posted a reel up of that. Nobody's liked it so far, so go and like it if you're listening to the podcast.
Oh shit.
I won't think you're a weirdo for liking it like a week later. I promise. Well, no, that's an understatement. Like 20 people have liked it. I also haven't checked because I have just been on a setup call with a new client and then put his setup video together as well. Literally had 2 signups over the last week, so that's pretty sick. Happy about that. And then the last thing I'm going to mention before I let you talk is that there was a group of like 5 guys in the gym today, and I'm like, if there's more than 3 people like in the near vicinity all using the same machines, you're not training, you're just socializing. So please stop. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah, fair.
And then man sits down on the like Star Trek cable stack thingy that I'm using for bicep curls. I'm like, bro, I'm just about to do a set on there. Like, it's not a sun lounger.
Yeah, when people fucking sit down on equipment nearby, trust, so annoying.
Yeah, you're only allowed to do that if you've got a savage lower back pump and you need to lay down.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The only time it's acceptable. So what have you been up to?
Mate, my week wasn't that interesting, but I've had the weirdest 48 hours of my life, or like 24 hours. So I was like, a new there used to be this club that was open here, but it shut down. It reopened last night. And so me and the housemates were like, oh, let's pop along to the club. It'll be sick. I was like, cool. Got all my work done, trained legs, lovely stuff, washed that all out. Start drinking, go on a night out. Halfway through, I just get hit, massive wave of anxiety. And I'm like, I feel like the ground is swallowing me whole. And I'm like, I need to go the fuck home. And like, I don't know, I have pretty bad anxiety. It's never been that bad. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Go home. I go home, put my hand in my pocket. I've lost my phone. And I'm like, shit. So I fucking ran around like my fucking uni town trying to find my phone. In the end, it was like at a pub.
As opposed to a different town that you don't live in or anything like that, yeah?
I'm just clarifying that I'm at uni. But yeah, I don't know. I could have been like, out at a different town, I guess. But yeah, so like I'm like, fuck, I think I left it in this pub. The pub's shut. I've been waiting for it to open all day. It opened 2 hours ago at 6 p.m. So I literally, as soon as it hit 6, I fucking sprinted, went to the pub. The owner was late, and then they let me in, and they were like, is this your phone? I was like, yeah. I was like, cool. Other than that, I got some replacements for my piercing. So I've got 2 silver spikes in at the minute instead of 2 black balls. There you go.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Why did you pick black balls? Just out of curiosity.
Because I wear a lot of black and my skin is very pale, and I like the contrast between white and black. Because I'm a bit of a goth, bro. I'm a bit of a goth. So like when I wear black, it works really well. But yeah.
Fair. So how's it been with no phone?
Yeah, I was going to say that when you said that you like put your phone down for the weekend, it's been both very nice and very stressful. It's been very nice not being on Instagram. Like it's made me like, because I don't enjoy social media a whole ton. I'm enjoying it a bit more now, but it's probably my least favorite part of what I have to do. But it kind of made me like it kind of deloaded me a little bit. It made me miss it a little bit. I kind of was like, I'm ready to get back onto it tomorrow and start posting and doing stories and shit. But the main issue was like clients. I had to fucking sit there on my laptop, like doing WhatsApp web messages, responding to people. And like I was absolutely panicking. And people like my housemates were like coming in and out the house and they were like, do you want to come with? And I'm like, no, I can't. If I can't bring my laptop there, I can't go because I don't know if I'm going to get a message. So before 6 p.m, I've literally just been like in the house making sure that I have fucking Wi-Fi signal so I can respond to anyone. So it's been stressful in that way, but nice to be off Insta, to be honest.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's the whole sort of like, you think, oh, this is a great post. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to get loads of likes. It gets 20. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. And then I post up the other day, literally just photos of me that I took like 2 weeks ago. And like, oh, I'm really happy with how I look. And it gets like 250. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When you,
like,
you
it doesn't
really
make any
sense. You really put time into a post and you're like, this post is going to be so helpful. So many people are going to come to me for coaching because I've talked about something no one talks about. And then it gets like 5 likes and nothing. And then you do a stupid one of like I did one that was like, you should train muscles twice a week, ideally. And it got a ton of comments being like, wow, this is so helpful. And I was like, man, I've talked about like more helpful shit than this. This is pretty training 101. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm sure there are people that don't know it, but like a surprising amount of people were like, oh, that's really useful. I was like, right, okay. And then when I posted up me struggling to get into a cable stack, that did better than like a post that I'd spent ages scripting and like shortening it down into 60 seconds to like get as much info as possible. I'm like, right, cool. So annoying, man.
Yeah, people just don't care though, do they?
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to remember, like, we're just a small part of their feed. So I'm trying to like post more like shit that's just going to kind of get traction and then mix in a bit of education. But yeah, it's, I don't know, man. It's a tough one, that balance.
Yeah, because what really is the moment, my posts a week are like a long-ish written thing, then like 3 informationally videos, and then a transformation, and then something about what the fuck I'm doing. I might post some of my training clips like actually as video posts, not reels, if that makes sense, and see how that does. I don't know.
They do well for me.
But yeah, it's really frustrating when you put effort into stuff and it just bombs, and then stuff that you like don't think is going to do that well does really well.
Yeah, I found that if you like if I do an informational video and I just take the audio, chuck it over training footage, that does better because it's more visually interesting than just me like sat here chatting away. So that's kind of more what I'm trying to do now, like collect training footage, not post it on my story, but keep it as like B-roll for my fucking like whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I might give that a go actually.
Yeah.
Another interesting question. Why is it called B-roll?
I don't know, man. That's just what it's called, right? Isn't it? There's like A-roll and B-roll, probably in film. I don't know. Let's Google it.
Oh, so A is what? So A is like
Yeah.
the actual sort of thing that you're looking at. Is it?
B-roll
Because
describes
everyone can tell that we are really out of our depth right now.
B-roll describes all the footage that isn't the main action. I think of it as like filler footage, like background footage. It's just a phrase I've heard. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but it's filler. The main point of the post isn't what I'm training. It's like that's just to keep like, you know, TikTok generation like staring at their phone.
literally, bruv. I'm gonna write that down to try that.
Yeah, man.
So going to what you said about sort of how you were out and you started to feel really, really anxious, what do you think was the cause of that?
I think for me, because I'm not a frequent drinker, sometimes when I drink, because I'm obviously like really sensitive to it, but recently, like the past like year or so, I've been more sensitive to like the depressive nature of it because it's a depressant. So like I'll get drunk and like or I'll get tipsy quite quickly, and then I'll just feel kind of like sad, off kilter, not quite myself. Just when you're like kind of having a shit day, and I'll be out on a night out, and instead of like wanting to be there and enjoying myself, I'll just be like, oh, I'm having a bad day. I kind of want to just go home and relax and like just kind of do nothing. Like you just kind of get a bit like, yeah, like just a bit down. It's hard to describe.
Right. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So I think I'm just gonna like.
I'd rather be at home, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it gets like last night. It got to the point where I was like, I can't stand to be outside and around people for like a single second longer. I was like, I genuinely was like, I think I might burst into tears like in the middle of the fucking street if I'm here any longer. It was really bad.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
That's really man, not optimal, really.
Not optimal socialization, and that I'm just recovering the videos that I deleted, so I have them to post.
Hey,
so boy.
But,
oh, bro, I got absolutely buried by the Cyberlek incline press yesterday.
Yeah,
it was not good. That's actually something I can update people on, and maybe a little topic that we can chat about is when to change an exercise.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, what a segue! Oh, I'm screenshotting that visual, the facial expression you just made, because that was incredible.
Fuck you. Did you want
to segue because you now can't string a sentence together?
Yeah. Do you want to? Okay, right. Because we're probably going to clip this, right? Little behind the scenes for everyone. We're probably going to clip this. So try.
Should I take my glasses off so I know?
Yeah. We'll try and keep it short. Put the question at the start, so then there's context for the rest. And keep it short, mate. What is it like? Up to 20 seconds max now for reels. Apparently, that's what it's going to be. That's what I've heard.
For the listeners, I just did the salute thing to Jack because he's Mr. Instagram guru, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of backstory. So last week, one of my sets regressed. Then this week, all of my sets regressed. And just the way that machine is...
No. Regression?
Yeah, and just the way that the machine is set up, like the last rep isn't even that slow. Like the concentric's probably 4 seconds, which is well, reasonably slow. And then the last one I like try and get, I hit the mid-range and it's like, no, fuck you, get out of here. And it just doesn't happen, which is obviously not ideal. So I reckon we're going to switch it out. I was potentially going to give the hammer strength a go, but then that's 3 pec movements, which are all relatively flat. So it makes sense to go for something incline. And I reckon, because I've just never given it a go, like a consistent run before, cable incline press. So that might be a giant set, which is literally just rest in peace to the pecs, because that's horrific. But it will also be good. Like I've literally done it in the odd session here or there. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I was gonna say go for barbell, but not if you're doing a giant set. That sounds horrific.
What, barbell incline?
Yeah. It's
well, I've got low
nice.
incline Smith, so.
Gotcha. Fair.
And I was thinking, well, we could do a shoulder press here, but realistically, my front delts are already the strongest part of my delts. So does that make much sense? No, not really.
Yeah.
Probably not. So for the Instagram viewers who are going to be watching this in
it's so obvious.
Couple of weeks. Yeah, but nobody's noticed when we've done this previously unless they watch it. But they're probably just thinking, like, why is this muppet taking off his yellow glasses, which are apparently really dirty and definitely need to be cleaned? That's
I can't wear these.
Horrific, Luke.
No wonder you can't see the fucking pod, because they reflect. You can see how I'm lighting myself with my screen. They're reflecting.
Oh yeah. If you turn, it's all right, but no, not even that much. You just need to look dead on. You just need to not look to the side, and you're fine.
I'm a little bit off kilter. My face has got so fucking fluffy, bro.
Yeah, I'm growing my little beard and my mustache.
No, I meant
2 weeks in.
I meant like fat fluff.
Oh.
Round.
Stop having so many off-plan meals then.
Bro, my life, my fucking scale is not moving at this point, and I'm living off plan. That's not true. I'm not living off plan, but I've had like a fair few off-plan meals to try and get the scale moving, because I don't want to eat more day to day, and the scale's not moving. So
you don't have an appetite?
No, I just can't be asked to eat. Like, I have a bit of an appetite, but I can't be asked to eat. It's so long.
Mate, I'm so hungry. It's great.
How are we survived?
I'm so hungry. It's great, because I'll eat a meal and I'm hungry like 2 hours later.
Yeah, that was mate, that was me. I do miss it now. I do miss it.
Right, let's actually give some people some value, and then we can go back to the chatting shit conversation. So when is it time to change out one of your exercises? I would realistically say if it's no longer feeling good, it's hurting your joints, you're not getting a good pump, a good mind-muscle connection off it, and it's starting to progress, it's probably time to bin it off. Now, that doesn't mean just because you've got bored of it 3 weeks in to get rid of it. Like, actually think about the factors I mentioned. Don't just bin it off because you get bored. Like, we need to continually do the same movement and progress it for a little while.
I'm going to edit this a bit out in the Instagram reel, but you pretty much covered it there. There's not much more for me to say. There's not much.
Just to answer the question again.
It would just be me reiterating points. All I was going to say is, when should you swap a movement out? When you've given it a good run, so multiple months, ideally, of the same movement, of trying to your best to progress it, film it, watch it back. Are you truly giving it your all? Are you actually being accurate with your setup? If you've been accurate, if you've been training hard and it's really not regressing, or you just hate the movement and you've given it a really good long run, then go ahead and swap it out. But it has to be truly stalled, or you have to absolutely despise it and be willing to make that trade-off.
Yeah, that's actually another really good point, is if you don't enjoy it, like, just take it out at some point. Like, you've given it a good run, you're no longer enjoying it, then remove it. Because if you are going in motivated to progress something, you're probably going to do better at it. Like, I'm like, oh, cable incline press, this is going to be good. And then I'm like, Cybex incline press, no, like, it just hurts. It's just not fun. Do you know what Pete said to me the other day, actually? Because I had the 1MR joggers on. He goes, bro, you got to send these back, because I pressed 6 plates aside on these. Your ones must not be anabolic. Because he was on the incline press the other day in them.
Fucking hell.
Pete's pressing strength is absolutely a joke, mate.
I know. Oh, he commented
it's so absurd.
he commented on my physique transformation, like on my fucking physique update, not transformation. Me literally getting fluffier and looking shitter. He commented something nice, bless him. My Instagram.
Yeah. So what will happen is in a couple of months' time, when he knows you a little bit better, is he'll start roasting you for no reason whatsoever.
Calm.
And then you're like, oh, okay, cheers, Pete. Nice. Thanks, mate.
Where the fuck did he put? Was it on the one before? Maybe it was. Dun, 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 dun. He said big man Archer. And then I said stretching the definition of big. And he said, all right, son, I'm proud of you. Very wholesome, bro. Very wholesome.
That's incredible. That's
what was I
incredible.
gonna say? Oh yeah. When you're like creating a training plan, the early stages are when you want to find out if you don't enjoy a movement. Because if you're 2 weeks in, swapping that out is absolutely fine. Whereas if you've done it and tried it for like 8 weeks and then you want to swap it out, that's not really ideal because we're starting to build up a bit of momentum now. And when people ask me, like, oh, I want to do some kind of incline press, which one should I pick? I'll say there's not really any bad choices. Pick one that you enjoy and which one do you really want to get strong at? Like out of the ones that work well for you, that you feel, which one do you really want to get strong at? Because that's one that is going to drive you to get the most out of it. You know, if you're motivated to get those 50 kg dumbbells in each hand over 3 plates per side on the Smith, you don't really care about your Smith numbers. Go for the dumbbell then, because you're going to go in and fucking hunt that, you know, with accuracy, obviously. Don't just be a knob and chase numbers. But
yeah, like I was talking about this with Dan over the last couple of weeks. We had him on the podcast, but he's literally just added in, like at the start of this meso, so 3 weeks ago, Smith squats, and he's like, they're feeling okay, but he tried the lying leg press the other day, and he's like, this is absurd. Yeah. So in that scenario, you've got one exercise which is okay, you've got one which feels incredible, and you haven't really sort of learned that one and started to progress it really, really well. If you've got something that feels better and you want to do it, you're probably going to progress better. So it makes sense to go with that.
Yeah, like what I was going to make a post about this, like setting up a training plan is kind of like pulling back a rubber band. And if you set it up right, you can pull that fucker really far back and launch yourself. But if you rush it, you're going nowhere. You're going to fall short. But like, think about it, right? When you're writing a training program, ideally, in a crazy world, this training plan is the rest of your life because we're going to progressively overload this movement forever. We're really not, but like, think about it that way. We are going to be running this for as long as you can physically bear to do it, or until you regress. So pick something that you're going to fucking enjoy, because if you're going to get bored of it 6 months down the line, then what's the point, you know?
Jack's going to clip this. You're going to see that on his Instagram, by the way, guys.
That was a bit too clippy the way I was talking.
He queued that one up really well. When you said if you pull it back too short, you're going nowhere. The temptation for me to go, yeah, I'm already short though. But then knowing that you're going to clip that would have been a bit of a prick
just
move.
Interrupt my fucking.
Well, no, to be fair, just sort of how you started that going, I'm like, this is so getting clipped.
I'll have to take notes. I need to do that post though about like setting up a training with rubber band. I've been talking to so many people about how to set up their training.
Well, you just did it. Just clip it. It's fine.
But I want to properly like go into. I was going to give a few tips about like how do you set up like for maximum like run weight. Like when people.
Why are you shrugging your shoulders?
Because you're doing it. You keep doing it. It's like when people are like, oh, I train like 5 or 6 days a week, and I'll be like, all right, and then they'll be like, yeah, but after a few months in I get bored, and I'm like, well then go to 4. Like, you know, keep a little bit of motivation in the tank, bro, and you'll be better off in the long run.
That's actually, yeah, I never thought of phrasing it that way. That makes a lot of sense actually. Another thing I thought would be a good thing to speak about, because I kept seeing it in the gym today and it was really pissing me off, right? Why? In fact, I'm going to take my glasses off. This is probably going to be crap now.
Yeah.
If you are warming up for your working sets, do not do the same weight for multiple warm-up sets. What are you accomplishing there? Like, it doesn't make any sense, because you're just fatiguing yourself more. Like, just progress up to the next weight. You might as well. And like, don't even get me started on people that then start to do drop sets when they haven't hit failure anyway.
Hey, you said the buzzword.
What, failure?
No, like people doing drop sets or intensifiers when they have no fucking idea of failure. Like they'll be like, I'm going to do a drop set to make it harder, and it's like, we don't know what harder is in the first place, so just train harder in the first place, and then it will be harder. You don't need to get fancy.
Yeah, the whole point of a warm-up set is to set us up for that working set to lift as much load as possible. Like doing sets of 10 all the way up doesn't really make much sense if we're trying to maximize our performance on that. Like, so that's why I said don't do the same weight each and every time, because it's just not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. Simple as.
The way that I view a warm up is it's trying to do two things. First off is to get you in like the groove of the movement, make you feel comfortable. So top to bottom in that movement, are you feeling comfortable, strong? You kind of know where you're at. You're not at any point like, oh, this feels off. But also it's to get you used to that jump in weight that you're going to use. Like if you're going on the bench, you're not going to go and immediately load up your top set, because yeah, you might be able to move that when you're warmed up, but the odds of you being able to go from 0 to whatever kilos is fucking near impossible. Even the strongest people in the world aren't going to be able to jump straight to like their peak strength. They need a couple sets, feel the weight in their hands slowly increasing to kind of acclimatize to it, you know?
I mean, I would even say that really, really strong people probably need more warm-ups.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, strength is a ceiling, not a floor. Like, not really, but you know, like just because you can bench 200 doesn't mean that you can go from cold to benching 200. It means that you need to still like warm up and get used to it.
Yeah. Bosh. Job done. Why are you lat spreading on the podcast?
I know, bro.
Really, I lat spread when I'm doing calf raises, to be fair. I just like naturally put my hands on my hips and then start to do a lat spread.
Yeah, when like a guy approached me in the gym and he was like, "Oh, I heard you're a coach," and we started talking. Oh, that's what I was going to say happened this week. Some guy, like I had my first in-person client consultation. This guy just approached me in the gym, was like, "Oh, this guy tells me you're a coach, and I followed your Insta, and I want to be coached by you." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so we had a whole conversation. But the entire time, I was actually stood there, hands on my hips, resisting the urge to like flare them forward.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, bro. It just feels nice, like when your lat gets stiff, like, and you just kind of push it, you know, flare it out to stretch it. It feels nice.
Yeah, I do get what you mean.
Yeah.
So, like, how long have you not had an appetite for?
It's been a good few weeks. So currently, last check-in, I was 192 something pounds. This week
You're not even 200 yet.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Is that it?
Yeah.
192.
Yep. 87 kilo. I know.
Oh boy.
And I know, mate, trust, honestly, horrific. But my bench is pretty good. My pressing is getting all right for my body weight, which I'm calm with. Nothing else is. It's just pressing. What was I going to say? But this week, eyeballing my average, I'm probably in the 192s, maybe even 191, genuinely. So food's gonna have to go up. And there's been a couple of days where I've been like, got home from training, and I'll be like, I have no appetite. So I've literally just been like, okay, packet Haribos. 100 grams of Haribos is pretty much 100 grams of rice, like calorie for calorie. So I've just been like, right, calm, let's get it in. I've been drinking cluster dextrin for a couple meals. And I'm not gonna lie, my veg intake has been pretty much zero. And I haven't touched cream of rice.
Oh no, that's when you know it's mad.
I know. I'm still like kind of eating fairly high volume. I'm still eating a lot of rice. So like I could easily push to 200 if I just every meal was bagels. I don't know how much more above 200, maybe 205. I don't think I could hit 210, but we'll see.
How many bagels you have in a day?
I don't have any bagels at the minute. Literally all my carbs right now are rice, because the way that I look at it is my appetite's gone. So my meals aren't massively enjoyable regardless. So I might as well go for something that's cheap and easy to make. So I literally wake up, put my day's worth of rice in the rice cooker, and then I just take out a chunk. It's across 4 meals. It's 450 across those 4 meals. And then there's like obviously fats, intra. I have fruit loaf actually. I lie. I don't just have
Soren?
No. Actual Tesco fruit loaf, bro. Slices.
Oh no.
I have a couple slices of them, and then like fruit and shit. But my calories aren't that crazy high, man. I think I'm just being a pussy, you know.
What? Yeah. Where is your food at?
I think I don't know. I don't want to pull numbers out my ass.
Some
just,
fucking coach you are. You don't even know what your macros are.
nah, bro. I just follow the meal plan, innit? Like,
Oh, okay.
I just follow the meal plan. And,
When
like,
he doesn't have an off-plan meal.
yeah, bro. I've been having way more. I've been telling Liam, I've been like, the scale's not moving. I'm having another off plan. I don't care. And he's like, whatever you want to do, bro. And I'm like, I had a Ben and Jerry's and a Domino's on top of my day of eating and lost weight and was like, cool.
Yeah, you ignite the metabolism though.
Yeah, bro.
Fired it up, man. Pour the Domino's on, pour the Ben and Jerry's on, light the metabolism up.
I think the thing is, right, for me, because I'm like, this is my all-time heaviest now. So this is probably why pushing is becoming a little bit interesting. But I feel really fucking good in myself. Like 190 pounds is when like gym performance really starts to come into play. And like, I've been loving it, man. I just feel strong in the gym. Like that bench moving.
No, that's just because you've added barbell bench back.
Oh, mate, that's actually like the biggest ego tease of all time. I'm coming for 140. I am, like, fucking hell, bro.
Weren't you doing 100 like last week?
Yeah, and then I added 5 kilos. I got 100 for 8 last week, and then this Monday I got 105 for 8. So 5 kilos up, matched reps. We're moving, bro.
Yeah, but 140 is going to take months.
Yeah, I'm still coming for it.
I can say I'm coming for a 140 RDL because I'm on 125.
Yeah.
I can say you can say I'm coming for 2.5 plates. You can't say I'm coming for 3 plates.
Right, I'll come for it for a single then. I'll come for it for It'll be a slow eccentric single, but it will still be a single.
So funny. So funny. Right, okay. So is this as a guest, is this the most amount of food you've been on?
Nah, man. The most amount of food I was on was 4.2 thousand.
That's not even a lot.
I know, bro. I don't need a lot of
food.
Food.
I got to 4K and I'm like a foot shorter than you.
I know. I don't need a lot of food to grow because I kind of get.
That's ridiculous. You're a pussy, man. Like, what? I thought I couldn't eat.
The thing is, like, my last push-up at 4.2, right? At 4.2, I was still ravenous. But my physique got just too fat and we were like, we need to diet. But yeah.
You needed to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I needed to. I checked in with Liam and he's like, 200's definitely there. I think we can go for more. And I'm like, right, calm. But
what this week, you mean?
Well, not 200 this week, but
no.
This push up, yeah. I think this push up.
I don't even know what I am in pounds.
Oh yeah, how much are you, bro? Let's hear. How's the push up going? I've been chatting for ages. How's yours going?
I've basically been holding just below 71 all this week.
Is that what, just on purpose or not?
No. Like so food got bumped up from like I'd say 2100 average during the diet to fat loss phase. We don't want to bring negative connotations to the word diet. Diet's just how somebody eats.
Yeah, true, bro. True. Dieting down, dieting up.
So bumped up to 3,300, so over 1,000 calories increase. I was maintaining at like 2,800, so realistically I should be gaining about a pound a week. Last week bumped up by pretty much a kilo, and I was like, oh fuck. Wait, I said this on the podcast last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've gotten fat, I've ruined it already. But it's literally just from all the food that I'm eating extra.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wild.
Glycogen stores.
And then this week I pretty much just held below that this week. So like on average, I'm like 0.1 kilos heavier or something like that. So Matt might bump food up a little bit. I don't know. I've just worked out what I am in pounds. So I'm 156 pounds.
Oof.
That's embarrassing.
And you came at me for 192, G. You came at me for 192.
156 pounds.
It's okay. Say 71
Disgusting.
kilo. It's more impressive.
Call myself a billy boulder. I'm not even 200 pounds.
This podcast is quickly going
you definitely grows.
This podcast is quickly going to become like hard gainer, how to increase your appetite, how to slow down your metabolism, tips for men who want to build muscle. The hard gainer boys. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I did a fucking post on that the other week and nobody liked it.
Yeah,
I got like 30 likes. I was fuming. I'm like, I've literally given you 10 things that you can do so you can eat more food.
Yeah, mate, honestly, the thing with like, I've had some very frustrating conversations with people like through Instagram, and it's not their fault, but it's kind of like I always like, I kind of always like these conversations as well. People be like, oh, I'm really struggling to gain weight, and I'll be like, how much food are you eating? They'll be like, I don't track it, but I eat a lot. And I'll be like, right, well, if I was like a morbidly obese man and I said to you, I'm not losing weight, and I said to you, I'm not tracking, what would you tell me to do? And they'd be like, yeah, track. And I'd be like, why? Why would you tell me to track? Well, to make sure that you're actually not overeating. And I'd be like, well, then what's different about you? Why do you not need to track to make sure you're not under eating? And like, majority of guys who think they're eating a lot, I'm like, what is a lot to you? Relative to who? Like, to the people around you, because your perception of how other people eat is massively off, and your perception of how you eat is probably also massively off. So like, you're probably eating like 1,500 calories, maybe 2k, like on average across the week. That's probably just like in spikes and troughs. And then they might be eating like 2,500 round the clock, and you're like, oh, I eat so much more. And then there's days where they're eating and you're not. But like, yeah, I just like the first, I feel like the first thing, if you're struggling to gain weight or lose weight, should be like, oh, how much am I eating? You know?
Oh yeah, mate, absolutely. Because like, that's then what you can use to assess, okay, how fast do I want to gain? How fast do I want to lose? Like, you need to know what your caloric intake is so you can adjust it. Like, it's just as important as fucking going to the gym and training.
Yeah. There's a Rich Piana quote where he would be like, guys come up to me in expos and they'll be like, Rich, I'm eating 6-7 meals a day and I'm not gaining weight. And he'll be like, okay, eat 8, eat 9, eat more. You need to eat more. Like, if you're not gaining, you need to eat more. It is that.
Yeah, it doesn't really change the answer, does it?
Yeah, I'll be like if someone's like, I'm eating a lot of calories and not gaining weight, and it turns out they are eating a lot of calories, I'll be like, wow, sucks to be you, but you need to eat more, bro. Like, sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
Just because you're actually eating 4,000 calories and not gaining weight doesn't mean that I can do anything to change that. It's time to go to 4,200 to 4,500. You know, like, it's time to push up.
Yeah, I get what you mean. This is actually wild, right? So I was talking, it's kind of on the topic, but not really.
Yeah.
I was talking to my housemate, Soph, the other day.
Big Soph.
And she was telling me that she's eating like 2,800 and maintaining her weight.
Yeah.
This is like a 60 kilo female.
Yeah, that is quite
That's
impressive.
wild, right?
That's quite impressive, yeah, but fair play.
Yeah. So it's just interesting how everybody is like different in terms of how much food they need to gain and eat. Like Dan, I'm pretty sure Dan was gaining on 2,800. 2,700. I might be wrong.
I've gained on that, yeah.
I might be wrong, and then I'm at 3,003.
Yeah.
But he's like heavier than me and taller than me. Like, what?
The thing though as well is like, so much influences it. Like, I'm at my all-time heaviest currently, and I'm 700 calories lower, probably, maybe 500. I'm kind of pulling numbers out my ass. I'm lower. This is not the highest food I've ever had, but
I'll go in there and check for you if you want.
I can send you my meal plan if you want.
Think about what I said.
What? I'm confused.
You said I'm pulling numbers out my ass.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, bro, you have a peek. Are there any numbers in there, bro? I'm pulling bench numbers out my pecs, so I'll take that.
Oh my god.
It's not even impressive though. It's 105. So like,
yeah, I think I did 100 kilo single when I was like 75 kilo.
Ooh.
That was, I really want to bench press again. When Smith sucks, I'm gonna bench press.
It is a lot of fun because people expect you to bench like a mong, and they see you load up 2 plates and then you bench like a fucking someone who wants to grow their chest, and they're like, "What did I just watch?" It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. When Smith fails, I mean, how long have I been running Smith for? I ran it like unbanded for like 5 months,
All right.
and I've just banded it now.
Now
Purely
you're
just
gonna
because I was too lazy to buy bands.
have a bias against that press though. You're gonna want it to still. You want to
Yeah,
embrace.
that's true,
Let's
man.
run it up
Oh
to
fuck, I've ruined it.
bro. Let's get it to 5 plates, and then you can start benching. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. To be fair, my Smith has been a little bit all over the place
Yeah.
because since adding the band, I've been like changing the setup a little bit every week.
Luke.
Because the first week I thought, fuck it, I'll do 2 plates aside, but the band was way too thick. So it was a little bit springy out of the bottom. But I was like, what was it, 2 plates aside for 4 or some powerlifting shit like that.
No,
Yeah, man.
Luke.
It had to be done, mate. It had to be
Fell for
done.
the numbers.
Yeah. Do you know what I've also found? Like, because I'm Smith squatting as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do I Smith squat like the same weight that I press? And then it's like, oh, okay, hang on a second, because he's going like 5 times the range of motion. That's why.
Yeah.
But Smith squats for me in like the 10 to 15 rep range are fucking glorious.
Ooh, really?
But below that, like, oh, I'd say below 8, they're horrific.
What in what way though? Like just feel?
They just don't feel nice, like in a bad way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I just can't stay in the position that I want to. Like my back gets fucked up. Whereas like I'll probably do my top set, back off set. I'll probably do my top. I'll probably do a top set at like 8, and then do 2 back offs in the 10 to 15 range, because like by, I don't know, say it's going to be a set of 15, by 10 my quads are fucking burning, and then at like 13 I'm like, what is going on with my quads? And then my glutes are fucking dying as well, which is such a weird feeling, but I actually quite like it.
I like to so if I got a movement like that where a higher rep range feels nicer, I like to put a lower rep range after, because like the thing to bear in mind is, right, so obviously I'm training to failure around the clock with like fixed volume. So after that first, I know, very, very optimal, bro. After that first set, I'm going to be pretty fucked. So the odds of me psychologically wanting to do a set of 15 is pretty rough. But if you tell me a set of 8 to 10, I'm more likely to be able to like fire that out. So if I did like a set of 15 first, get everything firing nicely, bit of pump, kind of bit of exhaustion, bro, bit of fatigue, and then running for like an 8 to 10, I'm a big fan of doing that, instead of like you said, if you do the lower rep range first, you can and it feels off. That's not nice. Don't like it.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of people do that recently as well, like just getting that pump, that mind muscle connection, and then loading it a little bit more. So I could potentially give that a go. Again, Smith squats are a very, very new exercise to me, and I've only actually done them twice, because last week I trained with a client and got to use one of my favorite hacks in the world, so I wasn't going to turn that down. It's the leisure line one. It's like what Dorian Yates used to have, I believe.
Oh yeah,
it's
really
so
narrow,
fucking good.
really vertical.
Yeah,
yeah,
so good. I did 3 plates aside on that for 5+1.
You did 6 plates aside. Wow, bro.
5.
6.
No, wait. I mean, I swear I said 3. I said 3, didn't I?
You did 13 plates aside. That's stronger than Dorian, bro. Jeez.
What does this big red button do?
What?
Oh, it was a joke. You're being a twat, so I was going to end the meeting.
Oh, fuck you. I saw you looking at your desk, and I was like, what has he got a fucking button on his desk? I see what you mean.
No, I do that to the missus all the time when we're on FaceTime. She just says something that pisses me off. I hold my finger up like this. I'm like, what does this big red button do?
Threaten to leave your girlfriend. That's pretty Sigma, bro.
Do you know what? Have you... she shaved my back the other day, right? And it's been so itchy since.
Did you shave it all the way down?
No, like, you can't see, but just underneath the logo.
No, like, did you shave the hair all the way down, like off?
Yeah. Like, gone.
You sausage, bro.
Like skinny, like, yeah, all gone.
Get an electric razor and leave it like 0.5 mil, 1 mil. Leave a little bit of hair there, because then when it regrows, it's less itchy.
Right, okay.
Trust, bro. I've got the secrets.
Where did you get the electric razor from? I'm lazy.
Oh god, it's gonna sound like a fucking ad. But actually I won't show it. I got it off Manscaped because I saw ads everywhere for them. And I was like, yeah, all right. I've got two attached two heads, right? Because we got one for your face and then one for the rest of my body. And then I've got a few different like length clipper heads that came with it. So that you can do like 3 mil, 6 mil, 1 mil, and half a mil, I think. And then anywhere where you want it to be like pretty much bold but not itchy, do like half a mil, 1 mil. And then anywhere where you want a bit of hair but it's neat, do like 3 mil.
This is going to be so useful for all the listeners. This is definitely our area of expertise.
Especially female listeners or
Yeah.
people who don't shave. This is going to be very helpful. That was a bit sexist of me. Sorry, just people who don't shave in general.
To be fair, I do know of at least 2 female listeners that we have. They're
That's
listening to this like, these fucking retards, don't they know how to shave? Like,
right. The difference is, right, female hair and male hair typically, obviously a bit of a overgeneralization. Male hair is typically thicker, so it grows in far itchier, and that's also why we cry more when we get waxed. It's not because you're cooler than us, it's because it hurts more, but also you do have higher pain tolerance naturally, but also it hurts us more, but also you have higher pain tolerance, but it hurts us more. Also, me and Luke coach females. So if you're a girl listening, first off, what are you doing? Second off, you probably have terrible decision-making skills. So you should hire one of us. That's the advert done. We can wrap up now, bro. Easy. I can't tell if Luke's frozen or
I can't. So funny.
Yeah, bro.
Jack, you're a prick.
Yes.
Meal, not cream of rice.
What is it? What do I eat that's not what?
I said, what's your last meal? Not cream of rice.
Wait, you asked me
what's your last meal?
My last meal. Oh shit. It is.
Yes. What are you going to eat now?
Just rice. It's just rice. I literally wake up five meals a day. One of them is cereal post-workout. On a rest day, it's rice. On a training day, all four are rice, one cereal. On a rest day, 5 rice. I wake up, I'm a busy boy. I put on my rice in the rice cooker, put the lid on it, and I'm like, right. And then I just take out a fifth or a quarter and I eat that with hopefully veg. I need to eat more veg, and then whatever, like chicken or beef or whatever. And I don't
beetroot and spinach, mate. Just go for that.
Oh, that's the pre-workout. I always get in the beetroot. Don't worry, I always get in the beetroot. But I've just been struggling with like veg because I'm like I can't be asked to go and fucking like slice up veg or cook veg for this. I can't be asked, man. I've been.
I just chop all my veg as small as possible and then it sort of mixes in.
Yeah, but I can't be asked to do that. I'd rather just get the meal over and done with to get on with my day. You know, it's like a burden.
Why aren't you having any bagels though?
Because I'm holding out for as long as possible. Because the thing is, right, having veg.
That doesn't make any sense because if you're suffering now, why are you continuing to suffer?
I'm suffering a bit. I'm playing it up a bit. I'm suffering a bit. But the thing is, like, if you have veg in a meal, having that with bagels is fucking annoying. And when I dieted, I had so many cream of rice meals where I'd have a bowl of core and then chicken and veg. I'm sick of chicken and veg. I can't fucking do it. At least let me dilute it with like 200 grams of rice or something, and then I can like get that down. But if it's just like chicken and veg and then a couple bagels, I think I might die. I think I might just like my heart will break and I'll just cease to exist.
My post-workout literally took me like 5 minutes today. So 2 bagels, 60 grams of honey split between the 2 of them, and then 150 raw cooked chicken. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. 150 grams raw chicken, but obviously it's cooked because I don't want salmonella. And then 200 grams pineapple, and it's fucking so good, mate.
How do you eat the pineapple? Just like
the pineapple doesn't give me acid reflux anymore as well.
It used to give you acid reflux.
Sorry.
Wait, it used to give you acid reflux?
Yeah, mate, because I had it for like a year straight, every single day.
Oh, Oh, that sounds horrid.
But
How
now it tastes so good again, which I'm
how do you
happy.
eat your pineapple? Just like out of a bowl, just separate on its own?
Chicken and pineapple in a bowl, and then the bagels on the plate.
Gotcha, 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 gotcha. All right, I can back that.
I might add some beetroot to it tomorrow, actually. That'd be nice.
Oh, nah,
Yeah, I'm
beetroot
gonna
and
do that.
pineapple.
That'd
That
be good.
sounds like quite acidic. That sounds quite harsh. Feels quite harsh.
I might be all right. But do you want to know what my new last meal is? Which is what I was trying to get you to ask me when I asked you what yours was, but you're a
Yeah,
bad
sorry, bro.
friend, so
I
you
don't
didn't
care.
ask me.
Yeah, don't care, bro.
Um,
Sorry, don't care.
this is literally to help you because it tastes so good.
All right, go on then.
So, bodybuilders pad thai.
All right,
So
all
I've
right.
got chicken, I've got an egg, and that's my protein for that meal.
Yeah.
So it's like 110 grams raw chicken and then an egg in there as well. And then some cashew butter to like give it some nutty flavor. And then like stir fry mix, some tender stem, and
Oh,
then rice, vermicelli noodles. And they're banging, mate.
fair.
They're so good.
Aren't
Try
the
it.
rice noodles you're having, are they like the extremely low calorie ones, or are they like the? Because I've looked at a couple and some of them are like silly low calories.
No, they're the same macros as rice.
Oh, calm then.
They're literally just rice made into noodles. Fuck knows how to do it.
Fair. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. The main thing at the minute is like I'm not that fussed about my food, so I kind of just want it to be convenient. So like most of my veg is like fresh, some's frozen. And then I literally wake up, get all my chicken, all my beef, chuck it in the air fryer, cook it, take all my rice, chuck that in the rice cooker, and then everything else is like prepared fresh or is like dark chocolate or peanut butter or fruit or fresh veg, or like the most I have to do then is like slice pieces of bread. But like all I have to do is like take my fucking meat out the fridge, take my rice out the rice cooker, and then put it in the microwave for a minute, and then it's done. And like, yeah, I can't be asked to make.
Yeah, that's not too bad, to be fair. Oh my god.
It's more time for my clients.
But yeah.
It's scaling. I'm now the best coach in the world because I
You're
eat
such a wanker.
I eat in like 5 minute blocks, so I'm like the best coach in the world, bro.
You eat in 5 minute blocks.
No, well, to be
How
fair,
do you get
like,
your meals in 5 minutes?
nah. Probably like start to finish of like getting them and eating them. To be fair, is probably like 20 minutes max. Doesn't take me that long to like get the meal down. I kind of
That's wild. You'd be struggling that quick if you can get a meal down that fast.
it doesn't the fullness.
I'd say 15 minutes is like baseline
Yeah,
for me.
I don't like I don't feel full until I'm done eating. If I just stare at a screen or like something distracts me and I just kind of robot.
Oh, you're not even struggling then.
I'm just never hungry though. Like I just
You
can't.
played this up so hard. If you can eat a meal in like 10 minutes, you are absolutely fine, mate.
Fine then, I'll keep
It
pushing.
was taking me 45. Yeah,
But you're a pussy, bro.
I'm telling Liam, don't stop till he gets to 210. I'm telling him, 210, it's happening.
Yeah, can't that, bro. That's fine with me. I'd love to be. I want to get fucking huge. I want to hit 220. I won't. I'd be fat as fuck. But that would be nice as fuck.
That's what I was going to work out actually, is how much was I in pounds at my heaviest? So, my heaviest, I was 172 pounds.
Oh fuck!
Little boy.
That's getting quite far up there, bro.
I reckon I'll hit 180 this push.
Fucking if you think about like natty bodybuilders on stage, they're like, I mean, obviously it's stage weight, but they're like 170, 180. And you're a short boy.
Yeah, I'm also really short. So.
True. Well, Keithy West is fucking. He's like £200.
Oh my god, that's what I was going to ask you, but
Yeah.
we'll save it till next podcast. Purely just
Oh,
because we're talking for an hour already.
what a tease.
But I wanted to, yeah, everyone's so fucking bored already. But I wanted to discuss with you, you know how the person put on my anonymous, how much potential do you think you really have?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
The question. So we can discuss that and like what we want to do.
Yeah,
But
let's
we'll do
talk
that
about
next week when John's here anyway.
Yeah, next week, bro.
Sick. Right. I'm going to go and scram my food. Go and
Fair.
suffer through your rice for 5 minutes because apparently that's really hard. And thank you everybody for listening. Summary of this week. Once again, Jack's a bitch boy. Like, it's literally all we needed to know.
And Luke weighs
Goodbye.
the same as my left foot.
See you later. Send me a picture. I don't believe it.
Bro, my left foot is £150.